In this presentation, we are going to demonstrate how we can consolidate multiple applications in containers on the same Robin hyperconverged Kubernetes platform. The first thing we need to do is log into Robin. After that, we are immediately taken to the dashboard page that gives us an overview of the current activity on the cluster, as well as how many resources we currently have in use. By going to the Applications page, we can see that there are already a few applications running, including an existing Elasticsearch cluster. We are now going to deploy a second one for testing purposes. To deploy a new cluster, we go to the Applications menu and then to the Bundles page. We are then presented with a collection of application bundles to choose from. Let's select ELK. On the deployment page, we start by giving the application a name as well as a pool of IP addresses to choose from. Let's call it ELK test. IP addresses are used to configure the different pods when they are initially created. Robin currently supports Open vSwitch as well as Calico. Let's use the OVS P1 pool. Going through the different services available in the left-hand column, we can review the default values defining how many resources will be given to the different containers. Let's review those services. Everything looks good, and it is now time to ask Robin to deploy this new Elasticsearch cluster. First, Robin will compute where the different containers should be deployed, taking into account the resources required, as well as placement constraints defined with placement rules. After a few minutes, we have a fully deployed Elasticsearch cluster ready to be used. We're now taken to the Applications page, where we can review all the different containers that have been deployed. We can verify that all the services we selected are currently running in this cluster. In the upper right corner of the page, we can have another tab open to get access to different Elasticsearch interfaces. Going back to the list of applications currently running, we can see the first Elasticsearch cluster called ELK. By clicking on it, we're taken to the details of the different containers it is running. This application is currently running 2 data node containers. We can then open another Elasticsearch nodes page in another tab. We can see that ELK and ELK test run independently and recognize separate data nodes. We now have 2 independent Elasticsearch clusters running in 2 separate sets of containers, along with other applications on the same Robin hyperconverged Kubernetes platform.